Ladies and gentlemen, this is my millionth time making this video. Not that you care, but you're going to understand why later on in today's video. So this morning I went on a tangent researching about American Christianity, highly linked towards Christian nationalism. American Christianity and Christian nationalism, although being similar, they're not the same thing.
There is a cancer on our religion.
But today we're just going to assume it is, as folks don't understand nuance nor complex reality. So I went on the tangent and watched several documentaries talking about televangelists.
Someone with a digestive tract problems, quickly call. We've seen midgets grow. We've seen arms and legs that stop growing because the growth cells that stop. I don't make this stuff up.
How they're scammers, they're liars, they're greedy.
A lot of people think it's unbecoming for a preacher to live a life of luxury and to fly around in private jets.
The worst of the worst, worst of the worst. And I do agree with them, There's a lot of televangelists that are honestly scammers and they gotta be booed off the face of the earth.
I have a question for you. Do you think you've used the Lord's word to profit?
There's a lot of victims that gave their life savings to these fraudsters and the healing never came.
I started finding notebooks. Not long after she passed away, she believed, and I know she believed because it's in the notebooks, that if she sowed enough seed, which was money, the greater amount of seed that you sow, according to them, the better chance you have. The better chance you have of getting healed.
I do agree with them. It's sad and it's unfortunate, but that's not where I am going to focus. I'm focusing more on attending church and televangelists not being honest about this one topic. How, despite the fact you can be present in church, your nervous system is not fully present. What do I mean? I am talking about how countless folks that left church and are supposedly happy later on felt when they attended church, whatever they wanted never got realized. They went to church 24/7, they read their Bible constantly, they went to prayer sessions, they talked to their friends, but even then, nothing changed. I can also attest to this, man. I went to this one Christian club. Despite my 2 years attendance, I never felt anything change concretely. It wasn't until I understood my nervous system was playing games on me. My nervous system was holding me hostage, and I still had thoughts of perfectionism, thoughts of feeling not good enough. My nervous system keeping me stuck in the same place. And it's not the focus of televangelists. They mostly focus on the external stuff.
You're going to have a breakthrough through this $273 seed.
They bank on miracles and expect to receive a lot of donation, hence why they're able to scam several thousand people out of their life savings.
Bonnie Parker gave thousands of dollars to the Copeland's church because she believed it was her best chance of beating cancer. And you might think, well, that's crazy.
It pushes more and more folks outside of the church.
So I'm leaving my church. And I'm not going back.
When you have a culture that reinforces that idea,
Jesus Christ is on his way back.
it leaves people to wonder, especially myself, why aren't televangelists and Christians, American Christians, honest about this topic? I was reading the comments. I'm probably the only person that actually does this. I was reading the comments of several videos I watched, and no one talked about this issue. You had two groups of people. One group stating, oh, I gave my life to Jesus, my life changed. Honestly, more power to them. And then you have another group of people who gave everything, and in return, they were left broken, lost, confused, and their loved ones and even themselves, they're suffering.
We know what's wrong with you. You've got cancer. The bad news is we don't know what to do about it, except give you some poison that'll make you sicker. Now, which do you want to do? Do you want to do that? Or you want to sit here on Saturday morning, hear the Word of God, and let faith come into your heart?
I came to the conclusion the reason why most folks don't change is because of the nervous system. The nervous system desperately wants to keep you stuck and keep that identity alive. And I really wish televangelist and American Christianity talks about how the nervous system wants to play games on you, wants to keep you stuck. I vividly remember seeing somewhere where several folks that lose all the weight immediately gain it right back afterwards. Why? You could think about diets, environmental factors, life, but no one talks about how the nervous system desperately wants to keep you stuck on your old identity. So you could keep going to Bible studies, church, talking to your friends about God, listening to Charlie Kirk, Ali Stuckey.
Ali Stuckey.
I don't know what's her name. I saw her videos, but I forgot her name. Any Christian content creator out there, but feel like your life is still stagnant. I really wish more American preachers talk about how it's really crucial to work on your nervous system and to ensure you are moving towards the desirable path and adopt that identity into the good habits you want. Okay, that made zero sense, but that's what we're rolling with. One thing I really struggle with is perfectionism, negativity, isolationism, and anything negative you can think about. It really definitely correlates to what I'm seeing with American Christianity and televangelists. They don't talk about this. They just bank on external healing, external rewards, and are not honest about how the inwards shape the outwards. And if you fix the inwards, from what I understand, the outwards is going to follow through. So ladies and gentlemen, this is all for today.
Until we confess the sin that is Christian nationalism and exorcise it from our churches, our religion can do a lot more damage than a six-pack of Lone Star.
I will stand for you. Would you stand for me? Everybody deserves to be free. I wouldn't lend a hand